This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Allevo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. I'm Ty Higgins. New and now at OhioAgNet.com, meet the Moore family from Harrison County and their Cottage Hill Farm and how it stood the test of time, recently celebrating more than 200 years of challenges and successes in the sheep business. A great video to go along with that story as well. And the website is poppin' with a new cab cam as Dusty rides along with New Vision Farms harvesting popcorn. You can find that at OhioAgNet.com. Applications for Ohio Farm Bureau's new health plans are available now for individuals and families who need affordable, reliable care without relying on employer-sponsored coverage. Trevor Kirkpatrick is the Director of Health Services with Ohio Farm Bureau.
Ohio Farm Bureau health plans are for Ohio Farm Bureau members, but take a second to realize what is a member. Anybody who supports our mission, strengthening communities, growing agriculture, and you could be an Ohio Farm Bureau member. Therefore, you could possibly qualify for Ohio Farm Bureau health plans. So we're very excited to have this option out for the public. It's for everybody that is 64-year-olds and younger and who have a system of medical underwriting. There is that place where it keeps the affordability intact. So there is a little bit of that goes into play, but it's another option for those who might qualify.
And how exciting for those that work off the farm just because they need health care. If they find something within the Ohio Farm Bureau health plans, they might be able to be at the farm full time.
That's right. That's our hope and goal, right? If we can keep the farmers farming, keep those individuals on the farm instead of the spouse going in town to get their health coverage, let's have them both on the farm to keep growing what you love right there in your four walls and health coverage not be a problem, right? We want to be able to offer that. You can buy it. These health plans are that, hopefully, for those who do qualify.
What kind of questions do you get? This is not an easy issue.
Right.
There's a lot of, there's red tape and there's different plans depending on what is good for your budget, what's good for your family, the age of your kids, all that goes into consideration. What are some of the things you get asked as you begin to roll out these plans?
What's it going to cost? That's my number one question. So I get it all the time, but that's a very hard question to answer because it is directly related to where you live in the state of Ohio. County is different. It's age banded, so the highest age person within your family is based off of that. And then it goes into the medical underwriting piece. If you were to qualify, then there's a little bit of a tiered system. If you do have a little bit of health concerns here and there, you're going to have a higher premium than those who is not tobacco using, who is very, very healthy. However, we are seeing in other states up to 40% savings compared to the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, which is very exciting. Now, it could be 5% savings. It could be right at neck and neck, right? Depending on who you are and where you live and what your age is what it'll cost us. How can we get it? As another big question I get, Ohio Farm Bureau healthplans.org is a source of all information. We also have an agent map where we always recommend talking to that individual that knows them, that's trained in them. So we have certified agents all across the state on our website, Ohio Farm Bureau Health Plans.
You can watch our full conversation online now at OhioAgNet.com. Let's get a check of the weather now. Could get interesting later on in the weekend. Here's Ryan Martin, brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com.
We've got a chance for a 1/10 to 3/4 of an inch as this front moves through here through the balance of this afternoon. It does look like things are winding down as we approach sunset over most of the state. Far east and southeastern parts of the state probably last closer to midnight. We're dry for pretty much all of Saturday and overnight tomorrow night through a Sunday. We have another chance of moisture coming through. Rain anywhere from a 1/10 to half an inch out of that one, 70% coverage before we get much colder and deal with lake effect from Sunday afternoon right on through Tuesday. I'm Ryan Martin.
A look at the markets after this on the Ohio AgNet.
When you're buying seed, there's more to a transaction than money. You're exchanging time and trust, hoping each decision adds up at harvest. Seed consultant sales professionals don't take that lightly. With products made to excel in the Eastern Corn Belt and agronomic knowledge that stands up to the test, we're all about the same things you are: reliability and results. Buy into a better seed experience. Visit seedconsultants.com to view our corn and soybean lineup.
Before we get to midday markets, some news behind the numbers. Here's Doug Tenney.
December 25 corn futures has a first level support at 427.25. The first level of resistance is at 430.5. January beans has a first level support at 1096.25. The first level of resistance is 1114.75. D sweet has the first level of support at 528.5. and the first level of resistance at 541.5. Please visit our website at licensedmercantile.com to learn more about our crop insurance services, our grain marketing program, and our brokerage services.
Doug, thank you. Next week, USDA releasing its November World Ag Supply and Demand Report, and traders are licking their chops, anticipating the freshest data from the government since September. Let's get a check of the markets at midday, with corn for December down a quarter penny at 428.5. November beans 8 3/4 to the good at $11.50, and July wheat down a nickel at $5.64 a bushel. It'll take a monumental effort for cattle futures to regain the losses of this week. The uncertainty permeating the market will limit upside potential, although we are on the plus side at midday. December live cattle up 315 at 221.95. January feeder cattle 510 higher at 320.70, and December lean hogs up 32 points at 79.30. Get the latest market numbers and today's top news headlines online at ohioagnet.com. I'm Ty Higgins reporting. We'll see you down the road.